All right, last up on the list, we got Wonderman. Let's talk about it. So, what caught my attention about this show, just in general, after I finished binging it, was that I realized the whole time I was waiting for something big to happen. Like, I think Marvel got me to the point where I'm just thinking, oh, the plot is going to get huge. This is going to, like, mix in with the bigger Marvel universe. Like, I was in that mindset. And when it wasn't happening, I liked it. I was confused at first, and I'm like, man, how is this going to add in? But no, this was really a character driven series. This was about Wonder Man. This was about him. And it just kind of blew my mind that I felt that I got a different experience. And it's been a while, I feel like, since I got such a different experience with Marvel. So let's talk about my mans. Let's get into this. So the biggest selling point of this show, and they actually make it an obvious point in the show, is these two as a duo. You have Simon and you have Trevor. We watched their journey of starting from the bottom as actors. And technically, you can't say that Trevor is starting from the bottom because everybody will mention, hey, wasn't you the Mandarin? Like, I forget, I think that's how his name is pronounced. He was the terrorist from, Iron Man and everything. That's what everybody knows him from. So they're like, hey, wasn't you? So it's always brought up. But at the end of the day, Trevor, he's just an actor. And he's just like trying to start again, trying to fulfill his dream. And so when the government forces him to try to basically prove that Simon is a superhuman and is dangerous so that they could put him in jail into their supermax prison or whatever, he's going along with it because he doesn't want to go to jail. But just like us, he gets to grow with Simon. He gets to see who he is as a person and trust and believe in him and realize, hey, this is somebody that I can't betray. I can't send an innocent man to jail for the government, which is a beautiful point. Don't just be sending people to jail for the government. But again, even then, Simon's struggle, while he believes his struggle is one, he gives his all to his acting career, and I'm not gonna lie, my boy be messing up. He be messing up, but he struggles with the fact that he is superhuman and he's been trying to hide it his whole life. And he just feels like a failure since his dad isn't around anymore. He passed. He's like, I should have become better than this by now, right? So we just have that insecurity that he has. I feel like they portrayed it amazing. Like, I felt bad for this man and I felt happy once I started to see his progress. I was upset and annoyed whenever he would make stupid mistakes. Like, it felt very human. That's really the main point of this show, is just showing the human side of the supers. Yeah, the human side of the supers. Okay. And I love that we have Trevor given, like, I'm talking about dropping knowledge. Every chance he got, he's like, hey, you're in your head too much. We even see that my boy Simon has, what do you call it? Anxiety, like very high levels of anxiety, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. Trevor teaches him how to do the box breathing method to like calm his nerves, which incidentally helps calm his powers down too. So I don't know. I feel like Trevor played a really good mentor role for him, while also a really good best buds type of role, right? And even when we get into just Simon alone, we got to the point where we could see the dynamics between him and his family, his mama and his brother. I couldn't get their pictures. I think I got maybe the brother. Let me check. Okay, I got the brother. I couldn't get the mama. But I love them. I love the mama. Oh man, I wish I had a picture of the mama. I love the family. The mama was always so happy and she know her child. So whenever he would try to pretend like everything's all good over the phone, you could see her facial reactions. You could see her tone of voice shift. Like, she knows that something's up, but that he wasn't ready to like tell what it is. His brother, on the other hand, he took the standard route of like doing what he needs to do to make sure that his mama and his family is good, doing the birthday party and everything. He is on it. And he's also being the tough love big brother. He's like, hey bro, like, you've been doing the same thing you've been said you was doing. You need to, toughen up and start, really getting at it. Like, I don't know. He played that role. But even when Simon made it, he's up in the movie theater crying, like trying to hide tears and stuff, because he was being tough on his brother, but he loves his brother. He wants to make sure that nothing happens to him. He just wants the best. And I feel like in this show, you can see that dynamic, even though you see that Simon is so focused on disappointing his family or thinking his family doesn't believe in him as much. You know, he has all of those negative emotions, but in reality, no, his family loves him. Okay? The people in his life that he have in his life want him to succeed. He needs to get out of his own head so that he can succeed. That's why I love this sequence so much when both of them get hired for the big roles in Wonderman, and you see that level up, like the energy is good. Simon isn't in his head as much. He's still in his head because that's his character, but he's learned to go with the flow now a little bit more, right? So we starting to see the confidence in his ability to act like he is Wonderman, right? So I don't know. I think this series was really good. It was more human focused. Now, did I wish that they had shown his powers a little bit more? Yes. If you are looking for a Marvel show where you're going to see superheroes fighting, you're going to see government officials fighting it out with them, or aliens or anything like that, that's not this. Okay. This is very low key. This is a chill little mini series, right? And I think honestly, this was a quick watch. I think I watched it in a day. It's like 3 hours. 30-minute episodes. So that's another good selling point for this show for me, is that especially after binging those other shows where it was like an hour-long episodes, to get a 30-minute episode of show, boom, 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 knock it out, that was good. I felt like I got a complete story. I feel like I know who Simon is, and I feel like, is his name Simon? I keep saying that, y'all. I be forgetting people's name. I'm going to say Simon. I'm going to keep saying Simon. I feel like he did what he was supposed to do. I feel like Trevor making sure to break the evidence he had that he was a superhuman. And oh my God, y'all, the fact that this man, all he wanted to do was continue his career. He decided to go back to being the Mandarin so that they would not find out that he was actually a superhuman, right? I think that's loyalty to the 9th degree. Like, props to my man. And much respect to Simon for breaking him out of prison again. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. And he put those acting skills to use, talking about some, oh yeah, I just want to shadow you for this new role. Don't worry about it. You know, I just gotta. Yeah, that's how it was done. I am expecting, I don't know if they're gonna do a second season or if he's gonna just be in other Marvel shows, but I need to see more of these two. I feel like this show was set them up perfectly to where you want to see them on screen. You just have to. I will also say that, y'all, I still find it funny that this man pretended to be the Mandarin again, and they believe it. Why don't they believe that he was just an actor? He didn't know. I feel like the government is taking more action on him than any of the other actual criminals. Like, do y'all job. Like, they going for the easy wins. Anyways, let me rate this. Y'all, I'm gonna give this show about a 7 out of 10. It was short, easy to digest. I love that they were going after the characterizations of the actual people versus the super stuff. But if I'm being honest, I'm watching a Marvel show. I was really hoping for more comic book type stuff to happen as far as fights or powers being used, stuff like that. So that's just for me. So I wanted more of that, but I did like what I got. So I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Y'all let me know what y'all think.